Good morning, Facebook family. Today is June the 24th. It has been officially 5 days since the passing of my mother, and I am still in Philadelphia, and unfortunately, she is not put away yet. I had a couple of stumbling blocks along the way so far. However, I'm up early, dressed, ready to go, and hoping that this next step will speed things along and get everything completed. It's been a lot that's going on since the last time I recorded, and I'm probably gonna have to do like a whole story time type thing to give y'all all the details. I can't even remember where I left off at because it was so much going on, and having to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in quite a bit of years, and trying to catch up and all of that at the same time. It's kind of been a little drag. Today we are planning on going back to her apartment and continue packing up her things. And I have a couple of office visits to make, as well as trying to locate a funeral home for her. It's been real, y'all. It's been real. The one thing I'm going to say is if you have any family or loved ones out there, I highly suggest that you get you some life insurance, and probably very good life insurance, because you never know what people doing. You never know how people move, and you get put in positions like I'm in right now. My mother did pay for an insurance policy, but for whatever reason it lapsed. I don't know if it was completely her fault, which is one of the things that I'm about to dig into, because now I'm finding out that things are missing, and the things that are missing are like really important documents, such as like birth certificates, social security cards, bank card. Um, all of that stuff is missing. So I have to. I gotta figure some things out. But it hasn't been completely or totally bad. I was able to sever a relationship with my cousin, who's more like my sister. We haven't spoken in about 8. Well, we stopped talking about 8 or 9 years ago, and within those years, sometime maybe 2 to 3 years ago, she reached out to me, but I was still in my feelings, and we were still not talking. So we never had a clear understanding on why we weren't talking. That's the thing. I was not talking to her for one thing, and she was not talking to me for another thing, and neither one of us knew. So I know, funny, petty, all of that, but I did manage to have a very good conversation with my sister, and ask for forgiveness, apologize. We were able to talk everything out, get clarification, and I got my sister back. So out of all of this, that was one of the greatest things of going through this process so far. As far as my siblings go, I've been in touch with my middle brother. Um, we pretty much been the two that's been trying to handle what we can handle. He's doing something different, which is pertaining to like her service, and I'm doing her body work pretty much. That was the mutual agreement that we was able to come upon, because we were going back and forth, and it was I wasn't pushing. My mother asked for something specific, and I don't care how anybody in my family feels. I'm not gonna go to sleep with that on my heart. I know what I told my mom. I know what my mom asked for. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to grant her wish, her final wishes, and just try to have the family move on, and whatever, whatever. But as y'all can see, I'm still smiling. Oh, and another good thing, I was able to find one of my last friends that I made before I moved out of the state. Her and her family were neighbors of mine for about 3 years, and they were some of the greatest people, the most genuine people I ever met in my life. And when we moved off of that block almost 10 years ago, we didn't get a chance to tell them that we were leaving or exchange information and keep in contact. And then every time we came down to visit, we could never get in touch with them. So um, we have talked on the phone a couple times over the years, but it's nothing like being in person. And I was able to go see my big little sister, is what I call her. She's only a year older than me, but she's such a sweetheart. And because I've experienced more than she has, kind of teaching her the ropes. So that's why I call her my big little sister. But she awesome as hell, love her to death, and can't wait to see her again. Hopefully, I get to see her before I leave. Um, I didn't go to my mother's apartment yesterday because we had a lot of running around to do, phone calls, and trying to, you know, match up with the people who were around when my mother passed. Now I'm in investigation mode right now. Unfortunately, the police don't know what's going on right now, and I can't involve the police until I get valid confirmation. So I'm about to go dig into that, and we're gonna see how it goes. I hope y'all are wishing me the best of luck and love out here because right now I really need it. I'm not emotional about my mother. I'm not emotional about my family arrangements or situation or anything like that. Um, my emotions, the only emotions that I have right now, honestly, is the fact that my mother is still sitting at the ME office and a refrigerator, and I possibly won't be able to see her before everything is over with. So that's the only emotions that I have right now. Other than that, I am great. I feel good. I haven't been having any episodes through the grace of God. I'm so thankful for that. And I mean, other than that, I miss my bed. I really miss my bed. Having to sleep in my car bring back memories. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say it's the first time. Because I was homeless for a year and we lived in our vehicle, but I'm just ready for all this to be over with so I can go home. It's kind of okay to be in a familiar area where I once lived, but things have changed. I have changed, and unfortunately, my city hasn't. So, like always, I feel like my time has come and then I'm ready to go, but I gotta get this taken care of. So, I'm gonna ask all of you guys out there to keep me in your prayers, keep me in thought, wish me the best, and hopefully I can get my mom put to rest. Well, ain't no hopefully, it don't matter what it is. Hands down, I'm gonna get my mom put to rest. I don't care what it takes. So with that being said, I will give y'all a later update soon. I'm not gonna say when, but soon.